But I think if you put your hands together, Beppe will come on stage.
Ciao! Wow, so many people on Monday. Fantastic. Thank you for coming out. So, Beppe Gambetta, I have some new music, and I would like to start. Usually flat pickers, they start with something flashy and fast, but we are living in a period where there is a lot of anger, and so I decided to start with something that we need, I guess, with tenderness. I have a composition that is dedicated to tenderness, and I send you a little tenderness with this tune that is called Hide and Seek. Grazie. Thank you so much. Grazie mille. And yes, this I don't like to say this word that starts with pan and finish with mick. You know, I prefer to say during this long vacation. You know, during this long vacation, it was good. I was able to write songs. I never wrote songs in my life, and this came some inspiration to write songs in all the languages that I know. And I also wrote a book, so yes, it was not totally negative. And I have here some, I'm going to sing to you in all these different languages. I wrote songs in English, in Italian, and in Genovese. And this is in Italian. It's called Amica Libertà. It's about this beautiful thing that in this independent world you have, you know, you have the freedom of art that is not all over the world, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to say what you like and play the music that you want. So and we have a little Italian lesson. My friend freedom, my friend the freedom in Italian you say Amica Libertà, and this is the title of the song.
Vissuto il mio tempo, ho inventato una strada e ho scommesso la vita perché la passione era forte, ma sono stato tradito, per amore l'ho fatto per me. Ma non è una gran vita, è una lotta infinita tra chi vive di complicità. Ho incontrato la gioia, gli amici, la noia e trovato la libertà. Ora sono contento e ringrazio il coraggio che mi ha fatto arrivare fin qua, senza vivere il mito del lavoro sicuro, senza invidia e complicità. Ho incontrato la gioia, gli amici e la noia, e ho trovato la libertà. Ora sono contento e ringrazio il coraggio che mi ha fatto arrivare fin qua. E non torno più indietro, non sono più solo nel mio mondo di libertà.
Thank you. Grazie mille. You know, I have a luxury tonight. I met Dave Anderson, who is one of the greatest American collectors of beautiful vintage instruments, and he lent me one guitar to play a few tunes during this show. Is a D18, I think from 1937. Yes, from 1937. It's hard to go better than this. And I would like to, we have the mic for just to hear it playing with the microphone, and actually I would like to play something passionate. You know, when we travel from Italy, I usually bring you know, some necessities. I bring some pine nuts from Tuscany, the olives from the Riviera, and porcini mushroom dried and things like this, because they are really important to have them on the road. But another thing that I bring with me is the Italian passion. The Italian passion shows in the art and in the music, and particularly if you move towards the south, the passion becomes more and more strong. So this is a this is a song, a tune from a great mandolinist from the south whose name is Giovanni Gioviale. He wrote incredible, passionate waltzes and serenades, and he came to the United States. He lived in New York for many years, was a mentor of many mandolinists. And I recorded an album together with David Grisman and Carlo Aon, so we recorded Italian music from the Italian Americans. And we recorded this tune, and it was a little hard for me to transform it, a duet of mandolin and guitar, only in a guitar tune piece. But I decided to use the old Carter family style, you know. Because in the Carter style, if you use the Carter style, you put a melody on the bass and continue to strum. And so I tried to do this. It's like, you know, I imagine that Mabel Carter went to Sicily. You know? And she fell with the Sicilian, in love with the Sicilian. And this is what she could have played, you know, Idillio primaverile. Thank you so much. That was Idillio Primaverile. And I go back to this guitar because on this guitar I have hooked also a pedal loop, and for some tunes I use this famous pedal loop is like to have an extra guitar that accompanies me, and I don't really like the technology. So I decided to I cannot call him pedal loop, I decided to call him Gino, is a famous, the name of my pedal loop. And he's really cool. I imagine he's my cousin that, you know, since many years he's on the road with me, and he's really cool because he doesn't drink too much, and sometimes he plays so well that he gets more applause than me. All the audience are saying, Gino, Gino. But anyway, this with Gino, I'm gonna perform for you this song that I wrote in English is about a beautiful thing, you know. In my career, one of the greatest joy was to meet with some fathers of the music. You know, I spent a little time with Paco de Lucia. I spent some time with Wayne Shorter talking about his trips, and with Paco de Lucia, I was so intimidated talking about guitars that I asked him about soccer because he's a big soccer fan. We spoke about soccer, but and of course I met all the fathers of flat-picking music: Doc Watson, Dan Crary, Tony Rice, and Norman Blake. I even performed in my life my great joy and goal. I performed Salt Creek with Doc Watson, Norman Blake, Tony Rice, and Dan Crary. You know? When I think about this, I think I should quit and open a pizzeria because it cannot go any better. But anyway, this song is about this great moment. And it's called Wise Old Man. The first verse is about my encounter with Pete Seeger in his house in Beacon, New York. The second is about the great encounter they had with the greatest Italian songwriters, really an incredible poet whose name was Fabrizio De André. And the third is about my meeting with Doc Watson. It was fantastic to meet with him. I shook his hand and I felt the callous of a worker. In fact, he was blind, but he was able to work the garden and the house like a worker. So this is Wise Old Man. Wise old man, you were tired when I met you. You were timeless, but you were feeling your age. Your voice was hoarse, but it still held the story. And your banjo still commanded every stage. The tale that you told me got me thinking that the story holds more power than a gun. That hope is much more powerful than money. When our voices sing together, we are one. Wise old man, I think you are immortal. The body dies, the lyric carry on, reminding me whatever I may write of. I must speak out for dispossessed and wronged. You left early, but I feel that you are here. Your presence make me feel a bit less fear. When we sing your words, we give back what you gave, like flowers gently placed upon a grave. And this is for Doc Watson. Wise old man, I could read your hands like braille. Every callus, every wrinkle told a tale. Your eyes were blind, but you still had an ear. Hearing was your seeing, you heard it all so clear. A sound from a distant place in time, wafting up from some lost valley through the pine. We played melodies and rhythm through the night, and watched the couple dance until daylight. Gambetta. I think he's doing great. He really became half human. So, oops. So we sorry. So we had to vaccinate him, you know. But anyway, I cannot resist. I have to use it again in this song because I wrote a song that is related a lot to. I don't know if there are any Winfield people here. Yes, some people. So there is a festival in southern Kansas where people really go there to listen to music, but especially to meet with dear friends and hang out with music for 1 week or 2 weeks a day. It's a beautiful place where music is bringing people together. They wait one whole year finally to be and sit and pick together. So I wrote a song about sitting and picking together because it happened a conjunction, marvelous conjunction in 3 concerts that I did in California. In the first concert, David Grisman came and we played a little bit together in the concert. The next concert, Dan Crary came and we played a tune together. And in the third concert, I was in the Italian club of San Francisco. Peter Rowan came and we played a song with Peter Rowan. So it was fantastic. And so the fingers of all of these players are a little slower, of course, because the time is passing, but the light of the music is still so good, and the joy of playing with such a master of the music, it was so fantastic that I wrote this song. It's called Sit and Pick with You, and I sort of didn't perform it too much. This is one of the first times that I perform it, so you will let me know if you think it's gonna be a super hit or not. Okay, we're gonna use the mic. Fingers moving slow, children running round below. Pick a few notes with me like it used to be. Feel the energy of a simple melody. It's so good to sit and pick with you. To sit and play gently as we did one day. We don't need too much rhythm, tone or touch. Here it comes back again, steady as an old freight train. It's so good to sit and pick with you. Longing for the sound of our friends no more around. We will bring them back with the licks we know. Oh, you play it well, sounds just like you are made Bell. It's so good to sit and pick with you. This is not the past, this is music that will last. It's an open door to a better world. I don't need no gold or 1 million records sold. I just need to sit and pick with you. of our friends no more around. We will bring them back with the licks we know. Oh, you sound so well, sound just like you are, Maybelle. It's so good to sit and pick with you. Children, excuse me, fingers moving slow, children running around below. Pick a few notes with me like it used to be. Feel the energy of a simple melody. It's so good to sit and pick with you. Thank you. Yes, do you think? That's great. Thank you. I'm really glad. I am still working on, but I just convinced Timo Bryant to sing it as a duet on the album. That's a great joy. Gino, no, I think Gino is just live, you know. Okay. And yes, you know, it's so fantastic to play a concert and joke a little bit, have some irony with the audience. Is sort of part of the music, but sometimes music can come also with sadness. And I wrote a tune about how the world, a melody about how the world is going now, thinking at you know, from our home in Italy. If we drive exactly 13 hours, we are in a war zone. That's it's such a horrible thing to think. And so I wrote a lament just to send some vibes and to think for a moment at what happens in this new war that started 2 days ago, and so is just a way to try maybe to send some good vibes in that direction. This is Lament. Thank you. So now we need something uplifting, probably, and so I have some. I would like to play something also from my previous album. I recorded in the short stories this old ballad that's called Randall Collins. Is a beautiful ballad from Norman Blake, and where this gambler who did something wrong needs to escape, and as in the good American ballads, when something is wrong, they escape to Arkansas. That was a big problem for me, because the sound engineer told me, Italians, they say Arkansas is horrible, you have to learn how to roll your R. And so I was practicing to say cracker barrel. But he said, no, it's still not good, you have to sing it again. So at a certain point I thought to move the song to Ohio. But anyway, at the very end I understood that if I open the mouth towards the end of the word Arkansas, it becomes sort of correct Arkansas. So I tried to bring you to Arkansas with this beautiful Norman Blake ballad and my version with a little instrumental at the very end that I wrote. $15 is my game, 15 is my draw. Randall Collins is my name down in Arkansas. Rolling dice in the railroad yard won't get you too much, Jack. Working on that section game surely bust your back. $15 is my game, 15 is my draw. Randall Collins is my name down in Arkansas. Hiding out by the water tank where the shade is cold, watching that strobo's haunting me, ain't nobody's fool. $15 is my game, 15 is my draw. Randall Collins is my name down in Arkansas. They're making up a train in the Memphis yard, the longest I ever saw. I ride it down to Fairbanks down in Arkansas. $15 is my game, 15 is my draw. Randall Collins is my name down in Arkansas. $15 is my game, 15 is my draw. Randall Collins is my name down in Arkansas. Grazie. And before the intermission, I would like to read to you, before the last piece, a little page from my book that I wrote, you know. It's called Declaration of Love, and in Genova, we don't declare love with a bunch of flowers, we declare it with basil, because we are the inventor of pesto sauce. But anyway, the back title of the book is Can Being Together in the Beauty of Music, Good Humor and Great Food be the key to a better world? This is the question. And I try to answer in the book, and there are many recipes. There is even one erotic picture that I took when I thought to participate at a naked flatpicker's calendar. And after the whole project didn't go through, so, but I really did this picture dressed only with my red shoes and a pic, really highly erotic. I show you, look. Anyway, yes, and yes, I think it's the most giant that was ever produced, this is among the stories that I tell. There is one story that is about a trip that I did before the Iron Curtain went down. I was invited to a Bluegrass festival in Czechoslovakia in 1988, and it was really a big emotion. So here I was waiting, it was an adventurous trip, and finally, now they finally call me. It's my turn. I walk on the big stage and approach the microphone dazzled by the spotlight. I know that when you go on stage at a festival in Czechoslovakia, you must greet the audience by shouting into the microphone, "Ahoy!" But if this happens in July 1988, while a revolution born among young people is about to sweep away an ancient regime, I can't know that the audience will respond in unison with all the power they have in their lungs, and I get hit by an immense that lasts quite few seconds. There are 25,000 young people shouting this word with the anger of those who want change and the joy of those who want to greet a foreigner coming from the so-called free world. And they want to do it in an unforgettable way. Their greeting literally moves the air. I feel this wind on my face, and even my hair moves slightly on my forehead. I had hair, of course, at that time I had hair on the forehead, okay. Then silence falls. 50,000 eyes are on my pick, and everyone is waiting for me to start playing. Everyone is looking at me, but I hesitate to start because as an inveterate flatpicker, I have planned to play the melody, riding on the New River train, Turkey in the straw. But how? The world is going through an epochal change. The foreigner arrives, maybe everyone expects an important message of brotherhood, and I propose a nursery rhyme about cheating, multiplying in every verse, and a melody inspired by a turkey in the straw. So I don't have time to reconsider and change the program. I start fast with, I'm riding on the New River train, and who knows what they will think if they listen to me in Bulgaria and in Romania. But I underestimated the deep knowledge of the folk repertoire and American Bluegrass that they have around here, and how Doc Watson and flatpicking are well known in this land devoted to bluegrass for so many different reasons. The response is wonderful and has so many meanings that confirm that music is always an important exercise in freedom. I can still hear the echo of that applause. And if I could have access to a time machine, that is certainly a moment I would like to relive, because it is a strong testimony that art and beauty are and will always be engines of important changes. Yeah. Thank you so much. And I would like to play one more, and after we're going to have a short intermission. And I would like to play another composition from this latest project. It's called Fighting While We Can, and it could be really good for a movie. So I don't know how many movie directors there are here tonight, but in case, please listen carefully.
Grazie, grazie mille.
Thank you so much.
You should put your hands together. bring you the second set of Beppe Gambetta.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, new tuning, new song. I wrote one song in the dialect of Genova that sounds a little bit like Portuguese, and actually it did incredibly well in the Italian. There is a sort of a Grammy only for songwriters, and
and the song arrived that is called Premio Tenco, and the song arrived in the first 5, and that for an independent artist is really something incredible. And so I would like to sing it to you. It's about the sentiment that we all have, is this love for the place where you grew up, where you are born, and for this beautiful memory that you have, and the wish to go back. This is for a song that I wrote for Genova, for the city of Genova, and how people continue to love it and try to go back no matter what happens. And actually, I hope you one day will come to Genova, because it's really nice city, and it's musically talking is the birthplace of Niccolò Paganini, the great violinist, and from the food point of view, pesto sauce was invented in Genova, and sometimes pesto sauce gets more applause than Paganini, you know. Well, but anyway, I organize a festival in May with my wife Federica, and so if in May you don't know what to do, is the moment to come to Genova and for the acoustic night. You can check the acoustic night on there are many YouTubes of the past editions, and yes, please come. The first night is on the May 16th, so I hope to see you. At the end, I ask about people coming from far away. It could be really fantastic to say, St. Louis, yeah! So, not many people know Genovese is a smooth language that sounds like Portuguese, and the first verse is about the 1800s, when sailors went or immigrants went, and many of them, they never returned. And the second is about the war and the fascism, and Genova suffered a lot because it was a strongly anti-fascistic time, so it was a hard period for the city. And the third is about the modern time, so that you know what happens. And it's called Dove ti au vento. When you hear me say Dove ti au vento, it means where the wind blows, you know. A nonna giù, alle sulla cui suoi figli, un maio le partiu senza tornare. Barba lancin, un leão pescou da scoggi, un mingo le nasciu per navigar. Cilin la migrò 2 anni prima, uveva una bittega d'armassin. Un mar se la pigiò un lancio visto, e a cascia le tornà coi vestiti buin. E o figlio che di cielo che pensa, a cena cosa ti che vuoi tornare. O soti me lasciò le mente a sca, ma un male torna grosso e l'egua entra dentro, non vancio a bocca quando vedi al vento. L'Ivan scorrì, la guerra le ha finita, ma l'erba grama cresce in tutti i canti. A nascente fiagni in scellerze, all'ena marotia, e son tornè da lui giù e in tanti. Anche o ballilla le tornò le morto sueno, cantiò con l'Iva in mani in istinto.
non abbiamo mai capito se l'essere vivo è come l'erba grama torna sci. E ho figlio che dicevano che pensare ma se una cosa ti deve tornare. Un soldi me lasciò in tasca, ma un male torna grosso e l'egua l'entra dentro, non vancio a bocca quando vedi un vento. Non se parliamoci tra i gotti, non se respirci ferro e carbone, ma pa che stassi te vegnasi a tocchi e non che manco c'è rivoluzione. Resta bellezza che te cura ancora provo, a te pigia un giorno te fai a tornare. Bellezza che ti vieni ancora c'è bella, bellezza non puoi date da mangiare. E ho figlio che dicevano che pensa a se una cosa ti che vuoi tornare. Un so ti me lasciò in tasca, ma un male torna grosso e l'egua l'intra dentro, non vancio a bocca quando vedi al vento, ma l'egua non perdona e un male torna dentro, non vancio a bocca quando vedi al vento. Thank you. This is a special, really special year. Is the 100th birthday of Doc Watson, and you know, Doc Watson was my main musical mentor when I decided to become a flat picker, and so in my life I was able to play with him. As I told you, I never washed my hand for long after that. And now for the 100th birthday, I was able to go in with some friends of the family to the grave of Doc Watson that is in his latest home, and is incredible. There is Doc Watson, Merle Watson, Richard Watson, and the wife of Doc Watson, Rosalie, I think. And it's like a monument, a national monument to the guitar. Is really a touching place. And so for this whole year, I am talking about Doc Watson. And if someone doesn't know who Doc Watson is, I tell you, know. There are some people say that in the life you should the three most important things are to see the Mona Lisa, to see the David of Michelangelo, and to hear a Doc Watson bluesy song. And those are I decided also to sing some Doc Watson, and to sing really the most famous song that he ever sang, that is called the Tennessee Stud. Is another song where they escaped to Arkansas, but I hope you remember the words. The Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green, and he had the nerve, and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like a Tennessee Stud. So I think we are ready to sing it together.
and this needs to be sang together. And I even invented my own horse.
About 1825, I left Tennessee very much alive. And I never would have made it through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on a Tennessee stud. I had some trouble with my sweetheart's pa. One of her brother was a bad outlaw. I wrote her a letter to my Uncle Fudd, and I rode away on a Tennessee stud. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had blood, and there was a horse like a Tennessee stud. Drifted on down to the no man's land. I crossed that river called the Rio Grande. I raised my horse to the Spaniard's bowl till I got me a skinful of silver and gold. Me and a gambler, we couldn't agree. We got in a fight over Tennessee. We pulled our gun and he fell with a thud, and I rode away on a Tennessee stud. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had blood, and there never was a horse like a Tennessee stud. Rode right back through the Arkansas. I whip her brother and I whip her pa. I found that girl with the golden hair, and she was riding on a Tennessee mare. Pretty little baby on a cabin floor, little horse cold playing around the door. I love that girl with the golden hair, and the Tennessee stud loved the Tennessee mare all together now. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like a Tennessee stud. Grazie.
So now I would like to, I see that there are many dear friends of that follow me since long time, and I would like to play 2 or 3 of my old numbers, and I start with an instrumental that I wrote to celebrate a period of my life when I was single with mama. I was living, when you divorce in Italy, you don't become single you become single with Mama. That is so much better because you have a perfect stack of ironed underwear, you know, and also breakfast in bed at 11:15, you know. And when I told this to my wife, she learned to talk New Jersey, and she told me, forget about it. Okay, and this is sort of was the celebration of that period, and it's called On the Road with Mama. Grazie. Thank you. And from the past, there is one melody that everybody enjoyed a lot this opera tune, melody from Giuseppe Verdi, La Vergine degli Angeli, that we recorded in the album Serenata, that was about the Italian string virtuosi of the turn of the century. Yes, I would like to play it for you, and I like it because actually Giuseppe Verdi was spending good amount of time in Genova, because during the winter he came to Genova because in Milan it was too cold, and so he wrote a lot of great overtures in part for opera in Genova. And the baker that was in front of the house where he was composing heard the overture of the Falstaff while he was composing the overture of the Falstaff, and it was so beautiful that he invented a croissant that was filled with walnut cream and many other things, and he called it Falstaff. So the next morning, you know, Giuseppe Verdi went to the baker and tasted the Falstaff, and he loved it so much that he wrote on his image, in his picture, "Your Falstaff is better than mine." And it's cool because it is still there in the bar. So if you come on the 16th of May, you know, in Genova, you can visit the bar and see that famous picture of Giuseppe Verdi. All of this story is because to play opera you need to be really sure that you are exactly in tune, because it would be a disaster if you are not. So, but I think I am ready to go. I don't need to tell more stupid things. Grazie. Thank you so much. La Vergine degli Angeli, and yeah, one more old super hit, more super hit. In my first album that I did, it was called Good News from Home, and I did some research. I decided to bring alive all the music from the old-time tradition, and to listen to a lot of old, beautiful 78 recordings, and try to decide what song to play, to rearrange. So I spent a long time, lots of time, to hear this kind of sound. I was born in East Virginia, North Carolina did go. Yes, honestly. Do you like my impersonation? But you know, even if it was not easy to catch it, it was fantastic to listen to this old melody, and I finally decided to rearrange this East Virginia blues of the Carter family. I was born in East Virginia, North Carolina, how did it go? There I met with a fair maiden, name and age I did not know. Name and age I did not know. Yeah, in the arrangement, there is always a repetition of the last line of the chorus, so of the verse actually. And so, if you like, when you hear the last line, you can repeat it with me, like name and day, I did not know. Name and day, I did not know. Yes. Oh, hair was dark and curly, and her cheeks were rosy red. On her dress she wore white lilies, where I long to lay my head, where I long to lay my $5. I don't want to watch a chain. All I want is your heart, darling. Say you take me back again. Say you take me back again. The ocean's deep and I can't wait it. And I have no wings to fly. I just get me a blue-eyed boatman for to row me over the tide. For to row me over the tide. I go back to East Virginia, North Carolina, and my home. I go back to East Virginia, leave those North Carolinians alone, leave those North Carolinians alone. Grazie. So, do you have energy for 2 tunes more? Yeah. Okay. I would like to go back at this last project. And in this project it was cool because I decided finally in this latest album to enter the modernity and to play one song with electric guitar. Hey! So I don't have an electric guitar and I don't bring it for just one song, but you have to imagine that this is an electric guitar. And yes, and actually the song is in Italian. Is about the hard life on the road, how it is difficult, and it became even more difficult in these last years. But how beautiful is to share all of these difficulties and to be on the road together with the person that you love. So this is a love song for my dear Federica that is on the road with me since 25 years. And yes, wow, it's it's amazing. She still sometimes laughs at my jokes. But she has a classical diploma, so she knows exactly all my mistakes at the end of a concert. But it's good because it makes me a better player, of course. And so this is called La Musica Nostra, our music, the music, independent music, that we love, that we continue to fight for. And you will hear some German even, that is what you say to the border when you go to Switzerland. You say, no, I don't have anything, just a guitar, no CDs, no problem, and things like this. And I decided to enter the modernity totally, because I put also a rap. You know, at the end of a song, I say, okay, I will put a rap, and it was cool because I let it listen to a friend of mine, and he told me, this is absolutely not a rap. And I say, why is not a rap? He said, because you didn't put any bad word, you know? Yeah, rap is rap because you have the courage to say shit, you know, or things like this. And I tried, but this is really not my style. I was not able, so there are no terrible things. The most terrible thing is ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is the most, so that is not... Okay, La Musica Nostra. Gino. Yes, he will be back. He will be back at the end. Okay, electric. Chissà se arriveremo, se il teatro sarà pieno, che rumore strano frena, forse basta andare piano. Pubblicità ne fanno, ma sai, ci hanno pagato dopo un anno, ma che bello, siete artisti. Do you have your visa? Quel festival d'agosto non risponde ancora niente, proviamo ancora. Hai preso il passaporto, dammi un bacio, andiamo a salutare. Che mal di schiena, amore mio, vorrei che non finisse, che la strada continuasse all'infinito con te, e anche la musica la musica dei padri, la musica vera per gli altri, la musica nostra.
Della gente sono strani, è meglio non parlargli, sai. E quel palazzo antico niente male, è un centro commerciale. Il suono non va bene, bisogna equalizzare. I'm from Genova, it's a beautiful city, you should visit. Wir sind Musiker, wir haben nur unsere Instrumente mitgebracht. Giornalisti, musicisti, pubblicisti, manifesti, mailisti, profene, locandine, corde vecchie, bevi poco, cambia l'olio, nuovo, poi la gente, tanta gente, e poi soli, soli io e te. Amore mio, vorrei che non finisse, che la strada continuasse all'infinito con te. E anche la musica dei padri, la musica vera per gli altri, la musica nostra. La musica nostra.
Thank you. Bravo Gino. And so now I need to thank many people. Paul at the lights and at the movie. Thank you so much. And Thomas at the sound. Incredible sound. Fantastico. Bravissimo. And Jeff and Gwen and Jeanette and Presley. Yes, I have to write things bigger now, probably, with the time passing. And of course, the big applause goes to the person that is booking all of this together with other people, this music series. David, thank you so much. And we forgive you about the Monday, because we know that next year it will be unbelievable. You know, we're going to have a weekend, and you will help us to bring some more people. And but it was a great audience. It was fantastic to play my new music for you, and I'm really so happy that we were able to say, okay, it's Monday, but we come anyway. So yeah, thanks a lot. And yes, let me see. of course, thanks to David Anderson for lending me this incredible guitar, and for all the great friends that came. Bill Bay from the Mel Bay Company came, and we have so many beautiful stories and great production of music that a little bit of my heart stays in St. Louis because of all of this. Thank you, Bill. And Steven, grazie. And so I would like to leave you with yes, I set up Gino. Gino. With an old mazurka, and maybe if I could have just a touch more of guitar in the monitor, so I'm sure to play together with Gino. Okay. Yes. So remember, I'm Beppe Gambetta. Please keep in touch. There are many ways. There is the mailing list, and I actually am also on Patreon, and I don't give only the usual Patreon lessons. This platform where people that supports you gets lesson. I give also food lesson in my kitchen and reports of my travels. So it's if you like to follow me, to join me on Patreon, it's gonna be fun. And so now I leave you with this old song called La Città Vecchia and La Mazurka Iride at the very end with Gino. Nei quartieri dove il sole del buon Dio non dà i suoi raggi, ha già troppi impegni per scaldare la gente d'altri paraggi. Una bimba canta la canzone antica della donnaccia, quel che tu non sai tu lo imparerai solo qui tra le mie braccia. E se la sua età le difetterà, la competenza presto affinerà le capacità con l'esperienza. Dove sono andati i tempi di una volta, per Giunnone quando ci voleva per fare un mestiere anche un po' di vocazione. Una gamba qua, una gamba là, gonfi di vino, 4 pensionati mezzo avvelenati al tavolino. Li troverai la corte un po' che fa estate inverno, astra tra canare, astra maledir le donne al tempo di governo. Loro cercano la felicità in un bicchiere per dimenticare d'essere stati presi per il sedere. Ci sarà allegria anche in agonia, col vino forte porteranno sul viso l'ombra del sorriso tra le braccia della morte. Thank you. I think I should play the encore with this. So, slow, fast, could be Church Street Blues or Doc Watson. What do you think? Doc Watson think? Yeah. Let's have it. Yes, let's do Doc Watson. Yes, I would like to play a little Doc Watson medley. And I love many songs of Doc Watson. I also love the really slow one, the Omi Wise and the St. James Hospital. But yes, well, that's good. You know, I'm preparing it for the new album. It's an incredibly difficult song because, yes, tonight I don't have it totally ready. I would prefer to play a little faster Doc Watson thing. It's a cheating song, actually. Doc Watson has many sad songs about cheating or other things. But you know, if you hear a cheating song in Italy, you know, an Italian cheating song, it would be Amore, 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 se n'è andata. And so, really, the Doc Watson cheating songs are inexplicably really happy. My wife let me, la 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 la. She went with another man, ha 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 ha. Things like that. Okay, this is a great cheating song. It's called "I'm Worried Now." Wake up this morning, feeling so blue. I had an awful dream, honey, all about you. I'm worried now. I'm worried now, 'cause I didn't want the dream to come true. That old dream was awful to me. Dream that I saw you sitting on his knee. I'm worried now. I'm worried now, 'cause that dream has come true, don't you see? There's no use in lying just because you can. Honey, I just saw you with another man. I'm worried now. I'm worried now, and I never let you fool me again. Somebody to treat me nice and kind. She'll give me true love instead of a word of mine. I'm worried now. I'm worried now, 'cause I know I must leave you behind.
Grazie mille. Thank you so much. Grazie ancora.